Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get your Green Gear 25% off, promo code Jericho1. Before I get into it, I wanted to give you some numbers. So CDC just released the numbers, the death tolls of the top causes of death in America. So in 2020, number one was heart disease at 690,000 people. Number two was cancer at 580,000 people. And I'm not sure on the lineup where it fell, but it was juxtaposing those numbers against COVID. So in 2020, the sweet and sour sniffles killed 375,000 people, according to the CDC. So that's going on twice as many people that died from heart disease than COVID, but we shut down everything. Cancer is at almost 600,000. Don't do shit. Still selling cigarettes, still selling carbonated drinks and shit that cause cancer, and sweet and low with the saccharin and all these different things that if you touch this or you're near this and you're pregnant, your baby could get cancer, defects. None of that stopped. Now, out of the 375,000 that was deaths that were caused by COVID, how many of those people had other health problems they were dealing with? How many of those people were obese? Because if you have all this stuff, if you stack up all this stuff, remember Marv from Home Alone 2? And he fell down in the basement and he had to get out. So he's stacking up desks and chairs and appliances 10, 15 feet in the air to get to the next floor out of the basement. So if you got all this shit stacked up, and when Marv climbs to the top, he barely makes it and the whole thing comes crashing down. So let's say Marv was the COVID. So you got all these things stacked up. Obesity, heart disease, whatever you do, hypertension, high blood pressure. You're dealing with all this shit. And here comes COVID. Boom, everything comes crashing down and you die. Now, was it COVID that killed you? Or was it everything else coupled with COVID, and COVID happened to be the medical straw that broke the camel's back? The diseased straw that broke the camel's back. So would you attribute that to COVID, or would you attribute it to all the other things? Because without COVID, that person would eventually have died from their other issues. COVID was just one more thing than they could handle. But again, 690,000 from heart disease, don't give a shit. There's a In-N-Out burger, Whataburger, whatever you got, fat burger. Insert fast food here on every damn corner. 60% of the strip mall, takeout food. Nothing. Cancer. 580,000 people every year. So this is just 1 year for COVID. And with 100 million people getting vaccinated, and also the CDC saying that you could travel if you've been fully vaccinated without taking a test. So it looks like things are turning around. These things do these numbers every year. COVID once, everything shut down. I just want to give you that information. Also, your girl, she's back. Loco Cortez, your motherfucks, her womb is super loaded. She got my fucking baby, man. This 10-year-old in a 31-year-old's body has opened that hole under her nose again. And she's talking about the situation, the crisis at the border. Depends on who you talk to. So she said the conditions at the border are barbaric and wrong. End quote. And she says, I don't want to draw a false equivalent between the Trump and Biden administration, because one of these groups, the Trump administration, ripped children from the mother's arms and traumatized those kids. Hold up. So you mean to tell me there were Border Patrol agents ripping children from this screaming, crying mother's arms? Give me my baby! Give me my baby! And they're just ripping them. Shut the fuck up. Spittle and bubbles coming out of saliva. Shut the fuck up. Taking that little baby, right? Ripping it from the mother's arms. This poor innocent woman who just came here for a better life. She wants a better life for her kids. That's why she packed up her kids and trekked 1,000 to 2,000 miles across rough terrain with coyotes and a high percentage chance that she and or her baby are going to get raped. Women and girls who know that they're going to be taking this trip, take contraceptive because they're going to get raped. Was it 80%? It's pretty much a given. So this poor woman, we're not going to fault her at all for putting her baby in that situation. We're not going to fault her for choosing the illegal route versus the legal route. Well, maybe she couldn't afford it, Jericho. Bullshit. These coyotes charge between 5 and 10 grand to come up here. Don't tell me they don't got the money, because you're not coming up here on your own. You're going through the coyotes, the cartels, whoever's running shit. That's who you're going to talk to. You're not going to be a lone wolf and just come on up here by yourself. Hell no. That's too much money that these cartels will be missing out on. I heard a figure the other day that since Biden said all this shit, pretty much since he came in and undid the executive orders of Trump, that the cartels have made something like $600 million off human trafficking. So of course they're not going to let you freelance and come up here on your own without breaking them off their bread. So we're not going to fault that woman for putting her child in that position. No, it's the evil, stupid Border Patrol agents for taking her kid from her. Because that's how we do things here. We don't allow you to be incarcerated or detained with your children. How dare you? Loco Cortez said that administration was barbaric and wrong because they took the kids away from their mothers. Side note, no fathers came with their kids. And that's even if that kid was really with their mother, because we know most of them come up here with adults who are not their parents, which makes their parents even bigger pieces of dog shit because you handed your child over to a fucking stranger. But anyway, that administration was more wrong than this one. This is what she said, because they separated parents from their kids. Well, guess what, Loco Cortez, you fucking toddler? That happens to American kids every day. Do you lock up American, criminals, perps? Do you lock them up with their kids? Do you get to be in the holding cell bouncing your kid on your knee? No, they separate you, don't they? If you get arrested with your child, some evil cop is going to rip that baby from your arms and send your ass to jail. So when it happens to a little colored face from south of the border, then it's barbaric, then it's wrong, then you give a shit. But the thousands of kids every year whose parents' arms they're ripped from, and guess what? In these cases, chances are it's really their parent. But you're quiet as a dead church mouse on that. Got it, Loco Cortez. Loco Cortez! Here's some more numbers for you. Last month, 9,500 kids were apprehended coming across the border. Unaccompanied minors. Now that's up from 4,600 in November. Now, what's the difference between last month, which is March, and November? I think in March we had this guy, and in November we had the other guy. 9,500, 4,600. And had you fucking granola-headed dirt fuckers got out of Trump's way and let him secure our border like we wanted him to, it would have been even less. So you mean to tell me there's more accompanied minors coming when you got somebody turning on a fucking beacon saying, come to me? You mean to tell me you got more moths around your back door when you turn the light on? No shit. But that's what we got, people. That's what's going on at the border. So when their boy does it, it's okay. But when the other guy does it and does it better, that's worse. Kids at the border ripped from their parents' arms, no problem. Or problem, big problem. American kids ripped from their parents' arms, who gives a shit? Got it. Now, none of this would be happening if Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, you know her, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. Now, had she done her job, none of this would happen. Loco Cortez would have nothing stupid to say online. Bidenist perverts wouldn't be, there's nothing going on at the border. This isn't the mall. We wouldn't have any of that if Harris did her job. How the hell are you going to connect her to this, Jericho? I'll tell you. Because in 2019, I believe it was June, she was on the campaign trail saying, if I get in office, I'm going to shut them down. I'm going to shut down those facilities at the border. They're going to be gone. Now, of course, she said it in the unbelievable, painfully obvious, you're lying to me way, but she said it. So you're not president, but you're right there. You're not in the Oval Office, but you're in the office right next door, and you still can't get that shit shut down? Now, either she's incompetent or she was lying. You figure it out. I'm thinking a little bit of both. But here you go. Let's end this on a funny / sad note. Like the clowns, laugh now, cry later. That's what this is going to be. A little sad and a little funny. So, I just mentioned Biden is pervertus. Well, he's married. This woman's name is Jill Biden. Dr. Jill Biden. You give her the respect she's earned. So, she is speaking in front of the UFWA, the United Farm Workers of America. And of course, they're all socially distanced. There's probably 10 people out there. It looks sad. She would have been better off just doing it on a Zoom or something in front of a camera on her laptop, because that shit was sad. So she's up there, and a very popular slogan, I believe the UFWA were the ones who started it. It's in Spanish, and it says, "Si se puede." That means, yes, you can. And the United Farm Workers of America was started by a man named Cesar Chavez. If you're from California, especially the Salinas Valley where I live, you know who that is. But it's funny that Jill Biden would be speaking in front of the United Farm Workers of America that was started by Cesar Chavez when Jill and her husband and his administration are all for open borders and allowing illegals to come up here and take the jobs from the United Farm Workers of America. And Cesar Chavez, the guy who started the group she's speaking in front of, did not like the illegals that her and her husband want to let in here and take the jobs from the people she's speaking in front of. You guys get that? Cesar Chavez started the UFWA. He doesn't like illegals. The lady who is speaking in front of his group wants to let him in here by the millions. Her husband is the one who created the crisis that I was just talking about. Because those people aren't going to come up here and create their own jobs. They're going to come take jobs from Americans. They took their job. That's what they're going to do. I don't give a shit what they tell you. I'm telling you how it is. They're going to come up here and take jobs from these United Farm Workers of America and the young POCs, people of Crayola. I'm not saying people of color no more, because we're all damn colors. If the color of your skin is in the crayon box, you're colored. So all these young people of Crayola, all different shades, they're coming up to take their jobs. You know, fast food jobs, working in hotels. Those are for young people to get their foot in the door of the workforce. So, here's the funny part. So, Jill, you know, I'm going to put a link in the description box so you can see this yourself. This fucking dummy, and I didn't know senility was contagious because she got it. So she's in front of this group, she's wrapping up her speech, and she says, remember, their slogan is, "Si se puede." Yes, you can. This mush-mouthed turd gets up there and says, say it with the most piercing voice ever. I'm surprised there weren't dogs in the background going, "Arr!" when she started to yell into the mic. Like we lived near a hospital. Whenever the ambulances go by with their sirens on, all the dogs in the neighborhood go, "Arr!" That's what they should have done after this dummy. So she yells into the mic, say it with me, "Si se puede." No, I was not doing an Elmer Fudd impersonation. That was her. I'll say it again. Say it with me. Si se puede. The only thing that would have made that better is right after it, she says, si se puede? What the fuck is that? You mean no, everybody on your staff should be let go? No one said, Miss Biden, do you want to just real quick, the si se puede line? I know Spanish is not something you dabble in, so we want to go over it. Oh, you're just going to you don't, but if you want, okay. Nobody said that. Nobody said, Miss, it's si se puede. Yeah, puede. Damn it. No one said that. You let that woman go out there in front of Spanish-speaking people and say, si se puede. I had to listen to it a bunch of times because your mouth, puede, we're not used to saying that shit. That's what she said. Si se puede. And she said it with such conviction. She didn't even, at the end, like, oh, I mean, puede. Nothing. She thought that's how puede. She thought puede was a Spanish word. She is supposed to be the better half of the man with his shaky ass finger over the red button. People, we are in trouble. Si se puede. Oh shit. Where is it? The rope you pull on the city bus to stop and let you the fuck off. Where is it? Cause I'm out of here. What? Si se puede. From Melania to puede. Man, please. Let me get over here and enjoy the rest of my state-mandated meal period. The only good thing California's giving me. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.